Hi everyone, welcome to HaulerTime. I am back with some more Temu, so stay tuned. Alright, so I have a couple updates before we get into the haul. For one, my last video, which I just got uploaded, I had no idea it was over an hour long, and I only had like 2 products to show. That's not true, but I talked too much. So we'll see if I do better on this one. But I have some updates. So on a previous haul, maybe my sponsored one, I hauled these and just wanted to let everybody know that I pulled one of each color out, and these are going to go into the giveaway box that I'm building for a winner on my other channel, Narrowgate88 Creates. The link to that channel is below. We are building a journal together, although at the moment I'm kind of having, it's not a brain fart. What is it called when you've got no inspiration? I don't know what to do for the next part of the journal. We've made the cover, woohoo! But now we've got to decorate the inside. So I'm kind of stalled at the moment. So I don't know that I'm going to get a video done for that this week. For those, I think most of my subscribers over there are also subscribers over here. But anyway, we are building a box of goodies. This is a flat rate box. I'm just gonna fill it, and once we finish that journal, it'll go in here and the winner will get it plus anything I just add to it over the course of that period of time. So if that sounds like something you're interested in and you have not subscribed yet to Narrowgate88 Creates, that channel, please head over and do that. You do have to be subscribed to win on that channel. Alright, then my next update is, a few episodes ago I was talking about, this is the Temu letterboard, and I was saying that I pretty much preferred the Five Below version because it's got kind of a felty kind of feel to it, and I like that it's a colored background. But what I didn't notice on the Temu one, now the Temu one's got like a plasticky, oh there's my reflection, it's got a plasticky kind of feel. What I didn't notice is this one comes with a thing to hang it on the wall, but this one comes with you can stand it up. So if that's something that you like, look for letterboards on Temu. Plus, it's also got these extra things. Now, the Five Below one only came with letters and numbers, but this one, you've got hello, you've got some different images, some hearts, plus just some different kind of characters. So I think the Five Below one is $5.50 and this one is about $5. It might be a little bit more, but I just thought I would point out these extras in case you're interested. And I don't have the link for that product anymore, so just look up letterboards on there. All right. Do I have any other? I feel like I've had one. Oh yes, these. So I hauled these on my last sponsored haul, and I mentioned how I bought these to cut up for crafting. And then I was like, oh, they're so pretty though. Do I really want to cut them up? Well, overwhelmingly you guys said, don't cut them up, wear them as jewelry. So I'm keeping these as jewelry, and I'm going to order another set because there's only a couple bucks that I can cut up. And I got my new sign thing hung until I get a new springtime flag. All right, so this haul today, I don't know when this is going to air. It's Good Friday where I'm at, about 5 o'clock in the evening. And I'm hoping that this will be posting on Saturday. But whenever it posts, I hope you either have or had, are having, or will have a good Easter. There we go. And if anything weird happens in the world, like for example, I did a video I think on the day that the bridge collapsed and I didn't even comment on it. That's how oblivious I was. So I hope we don't have any big things like that happening again. All right, so this haul, I paid $18.47 for this with credit, Temu credits from price adjustments and whatnot. So I didn't have anything out of pocket for this one, but it did cost me $18.47. There's only 8 items in here. And I will say, I'm a Temu Circle member, and that means that I think on the 15th of the month we get extra percentage back. And so I kind of lately have been saving all my purchases for that day just so I get the most out of my membership. And on that day I got one of those wheel spinners, not a spin the wheel deal, but like a wheel spinner, and it was spend $20 and get $200 or $300 worth of coupons. And I thought, okay, I'll do that. I don't know what kind of coupons these are going to be because I've not seen the coupons from Temu Circle before, really. And so even though I only spent $18.47 on this, I think maybe now when you look at receipts, they take into account the price adjustments you've gotten, maybe, because I had to spend $20, but now it says this order was only $18.47. So I don't know. But anyway, I did that. And so that's how I got some of the coupons I'll be talking about, like I had on my last haul. I'm going to have on some future hauls. One was $5 off of 10, which I try to literally only spend the amount required for the coupon, but because I don't know if it's like this for everybody, but I think I have to spend $15 to get free shipping, maybe $20, or I think it's $15, but because I was getting a $5 off, I had to spend $20 so I could come down to $15 and get the free shipping. So anyway, it was a 5 off of 10, and then I think there was a 15 off of 30, or I don't know. There's some like really good coupon values, and I pretty much try to limit myself to the coupons that are at least 25% off or better. And so there were some coupons that I didn't use because the amount you had to spend was a lot higher. So I always try to use all the ones that are $100 or less kind of thing. And I used just about all of them. So I had multiple orders. But this is kind of the order that started it off and got me the free deals. So anyway, I kind of, I've been complaining about the fact that Temu exclusive went away, and I missed that deal making fun that I would have with that, and this was very similar, felt very similar to that, so I was happy. But anyway, we've got fashion and crafts in this video, and much heavier on the craft side. This channel is just becoming more crafty. It's not all crafty because that's what my other channel is really for, but I find that Temu is an excellent source of craft supplies for people just starting out in crafting, or people that want to experiment with crafting, or try new things without spending a lot of money to decide if they like it or not. So and I've just been buying all kinds of crafting things, not really sure yet how I'm going to use them, but also just to kind of see what they're like so I can tell you guys in case it is a craft that you like to do. Alright, so first we've got an irregular circle pattern layering stencil. Now I don't know why they called it a layering stencil, because they do have some stencil sets that are multiple pieces that you really would layer, but this was not one. But I've been looking for a better coffee stain stencil, because so this is the journal we're making on my other channel, but if you can see, I've got kind of coffee stains on here, but the stencil that I use to get these, it's got really nice size. Like this is the kind of size I want, but it has other things kind of in the middle, so you have to be really careful when you're doing it. So I wanted a stencil that was just the stains, and this one is just the stains, but hang on, but they're small, and this is not reflective of the real size of, I mean, maybe if you're using a cup and saucer, it might be kind of the size of the footed saucer bottom. So I'm disappointed with this, that these are so small. I'll still use this, but I'm gonna have to still look for one that's bigger. But this, I paid $1.49. I got one adjustment, but I don't know how much the adjustment was for, because this order, apparently this order was made in between that period where they would just lump all your adjustments together, like if you looked back at your order, and now you can actually see how much each item got. Well, this one has a mix of both, so I got one adjustment on multiple things in the order that came to $1.91. Well, that $1.91 is showing up under multiple products, but yet there's some that show up for 5 cents and, you know, that kind of thing. So I don't know how much I got back on this, but it's now $1.26. But it's a nice quality stencil. It's just, I wish they were bigger, but I really like the ones that kind of overlap, and their stencils have always been really good, and they're really easy to clean. So it's still I'm still happy with it. I just need to still look for one that's bigger. All right, then I've got this shirt. This is a very shiny, slippery kind of shirt. It's 95% polyester and 5% elastane, which is not the best combination. But a lot of these printed shirts are kind of like that, because I could be wrong, but I think that may be the only way they can get such vivid colors printed on here. But as you can see, it's a really pretty shirt, but it's kind of see-through, although you probably can't, you can kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit see-through, thin, but it's pretty. I like the butterflies. It would go great with jeans, and they call this apricot, although it's the only color on this particular listing. And I got XXL, which is a size 14. I paid $7.99. I got 3 price adjustments, but again, I don't know exactly what that came to, but it was at least $2.13, so it brought this down at least to $5.86, and the current cost is $7.48. But it's so vivid, kind of like wearing a botanical, one of those images from the books, for those of us that like that kind of thing. This shirt comes in sizes small through XXL, and 97% of reviewers said it was true to size. So excited to wear that. Next, now this one I really was disappointed with. So I also thought, if I don't want to use a stencil, I can use stamps. But these are even, oh, that's like my summary for this. These are even smaller than the stencils. So I don't know if I will use these or not. But I paid $1.79. I did get some kind of an adjustment. I don't know what it brought it down to, but it's now $1.59. And this exact item you can find on Amazon, but you have to buy 2 for $9.79. So $1.59 is a very good price. And they were the same size on Temu versus Amazon. And Temu does have a variety of other styles in this listing. They've got lines, brushes, grids, brick wallpaper, ink pads, dandelions, leaves, and birds. But their stamps are very good quality. So I've bought a ton of stamps from them. And I prefer, some people like the red rubber stamps a lot better. I do not, because I want to see where I'm actually stamping it. And you can't with the red rubber. So, and I'm sure Temu probably sells the red rubber ones, but I've never looked for those. So there's that. Next, we've got some embroidery lace. Look how pretty that is. So it's kind of a mesh that's been embroidered on, and both sides, it's not like one side has, I mean, I guess maybe it kind of, it has a little bit, but it's super pretty. You get, looks like 2 yards of this from Temu, and I paid $2.49. I got an adjustment. The current cost of this is $2.11, and Amazon has this exact item, but it's a little bit more than twice the length of this one, but it's $9.39. So even if you bought 2 or 3 of these, you're still coming in cheaper than the Amazon price. So that's what I mean. Temu's a great resource for craft stuff. All right, next, what is that? Oh, we got some chiffon ribbon. So I got the pink and blue set together, but you can get either one of these by themselves. It also comes in light green, purple, and beige, which I have those ordered. They just haven't come in yet. So for the set, I paid $2.45. I got 2 price adjustments at least, bringing it down 89 cents from that. It's currently $1.71. You get a meter of each, and Amazon, which is crazy, has the exact same meter of this, and they're charging $19.41. I don't understand. I don't understand. But let me find an end. Oh, that is the end. So it's kind of interesting because it's got a hole in here, but on one side you've got the design, and on the other side it's kind of sparkly, and you can make bows and stuff out of this. I was thinking it might make nice belly bands or pockets or tuck points, that kind of thing. But they are very shimmery, so if you don't like sparkle in your crafts, you may not like this. But I really like the delicate flowers on there. And then, what is that? This part is kind of raised. This is just painted, but this part, whatever these are, I want to say they're bows, but they're not. Well, maybe they're butterflies, are kind of raised. So this is a really good deal too. And like I said, I feel like this would be perfect for belly bands in a journal, but all kinds of ways to use this kind of stuff. I've got, I don't know what the difference is between chiffon ribbon and organza ribbon. If organza ribbon is a chiffon that's just more see-through, I don't know. But anyway, it said those were chiffon. And then next, okay, this one is cotton, and I could not find another seller that had one that had finished on both sides. There are some that have kind of like half of this with a cut edge, which I'll have in a future haul, but I couldn't find anybody that had it like this. And well, this is weird. I don't know if you can see, but this is a different color than the rest of this, so I may have to report this to Temu, because I don't know why it would change. It's not that color anywhere else except there. But anyway, Temu's description of this included the word intestine. So I don't know why that would be, but there's 2 yards of this, and it's probably about 5 inches wide. And like I said, it's all cotton. It's very pretty. And I guess, what do people use this to edge things? I don't know. It's the kind of thing you'd expect like on a pillowcase, I feel like. But anyway, I thought this would make good pockets, or actually this one would probably be better as a spine cover. But I paid $1.99. I did get one price adjustment. It's now $1.69, and like I said, I didn't find anybody else that was selling this version. All right, then I've got some more embroidery lace, just like the pink one, only this one's got purple flowers. And just really pretty. Even this, even though it's kind of wide, this would make a great belly band or a pocket on the bottom of a page. I'm not sure what the normal application is for something like this, except maybe to line the edge of a skirt or a sleeve, or you know, some of those pretty outfits that Indian women wear. But it's really pretty. You get 2 yards of this. This one was called the small flower in purple. There's also a love version and a small flowers in rose red version. I paid $2.09, got a price adjustment. The current cost for this is $1.77, and Shein had this, but you know, we kind of expect that, but for them it's $2.40 right now. Amazon also had this for $14.49, but for that price you get 9 yards. And if you do the price comparison and bring it down, because this is 2 yards, well, if you only got 2 yards from Amazon, it would be $3.22, and it's only $1.77 from Temu, so it's still like half the price. But so yeah, I'm looking forward to, I'm doing a journal, a purple flower journal, and I think this will look perfect for that. All right, and then the last thing in this haul, and we're only at 24 minutes because I haven't been running my mouth quite as much, so I'm going to show you a secondhand treasure discovery that I made. But let me show you the last item from this. And this actually was its own order, but this was, I got free because I'm a Temu Circle person, and so this was my free gift for that week because I placed an order that week. But it's just a really pretty lace. It's white, so I will probably tea dye this to make it look antique. But it's got a really pretty design. And you get 2 yards of this. And I got it for free, but it retails for $3.19. And I did not find anybody else easily, I couldn't easily find anybody else that had this specific design of lace. So I really like that. And it feels like you get a lot of it, which is nice. All right, so that's the end of the Temu haul. I can't just stop it here because I'm so worried that Zachary Michael, I don't know, he has ribbed me twice. So, and it's always on a day where I haven't done my hair or any of that kind of stuff, which again is today, and I don't want to come into his crosshairs again. Even though he's all fun, it's not malicious or anything, but sometimes you just don't want that kind of attention. So let me show you an item that I got at a local antique store. So it's an antique store, not a thrift store, but I feel like the price was really good considering it was an antique store. And this is the kind of antique store that also sells crafts and incense and food items and stuff. So it's kind of a hodgepodge of things. And this was the first time I'd gone into this store. And so I'm always complaining that there aren't any good stores near me, but since I started complaining, I have found 2. And this was one of them. And I found these in a particular booth, and she had 5 of these, and I bought all 5. They were only $12 a piece, which I thought was a really good deal. But it's a kit really for people that are doing junk journals. And so I'll take all the goodies out. All of these kits per se that I got, all 5 of them, were all very similar. And I'll explain what I mean when we're going through this. But they weren't identical, because you can't be identical with vintage items unless you've copied them, and these are all originals. But it's messy. It's like it's got pages in here that are very delicate. So in each of the ones I bought, they had vintage advertisements, which I love. You guys, if you guys have watched any of my videos lately, you know I love vintage advertisements. And actually on my first, or maybe it was my second episode on my other channel, I highlighted one of these from one of these kits and put it in the giveaway box. But and I don't know if the person that put these together just did her own antique hunting, because these both say 85 cents on the back of them, so I don't know if that's what she paid before she put them in this kit. I don't know, but anyway, we've got dromedary dates and cough drops. But so anyway, I love this kind of stuff, and I'm wanting to. I've got not so many. I've got several antique magazines now. Yes, they're antique because they're older than 100 years old. And I need to cut the advertisements out, scan them because they're old enough that I can scan, and then put them in things like this so that either I can use them in journals, or I'm thinking about, because I've got my Etsy store open now, which I've linked below. I only have 5 listings on there right now, but I'm hoping to, because I've got these flat rate boxes from the post office, I kind of want to fill them up and make my own junk journal kits to offer for sale because I was telling Hey Everybody about this. I have got so many books right now that I need to break down for crafting, and I should share those because I can share all different kinds of stuff from those. And I just thought, why not create however many boxes I've got currently of the flat rate boxes, because with a flat rate box you can send, in the medium ones, up to 70 pounds worth of stuff here in the States, but if it's international it can only have 20 pounds worth of stuff. I'm like, well shoot, and I think it's $10 to ship, so I could, I don't know, tell me if this is dumb and not to waste my time, but I'm thinking I could totally stuff those boxes, put them on my Etsy store for $20, which would include the shipping, so you're really only paying $10 for all the stuff in the box, and then just ship them out. And then that helps me get stuff out of my house, but then it also helps people that like to do junk journals, give them some cool stuff. So, and I don't feel like I'd be taking advantage. I feel like, because I paid $12 just for what I'm going to show you here, and there would be way more stuff in my box. And then all the money that I make on my Etsy store, I'm saving up to buy a journal to then use as inspiration for future episodes on that channel. So let me know if you think that's, selling that on Etsy would be a dumb idea. But just as an example, there's other people on Etsy that sell junk journal kits, and there's one person that I do buy from, but she has, for example, 10 antique dictionary pages, and they're the big pages, and she does 10 pages for $2. Well, I have 2 antique dictionaries. Well, I could stick 10 pages from from one of those into my box. I mean, that's $2 right there. So I feel like I'd be offering a good deal, but I don't want people to think I'm, trying to just make money, because it's not. I've got a specific savings goal to get a journal. So let me know what you think. But anyway, so this kit had these, and then so these all kind of came separate, but I put them in this plastic together to keep them safe. And I would have little things like this too, because I pick up some stuff. But we've got some more kind of advertisements. We've got a milkweed cream, and then this is just a cutout, but this is the back side, so I don't know if this was a magazine. It's kind of thick, or if it was from a book. I don't know, but there's that. This is kind of like it's a vintage or antique Valentine, but it kind of makes me wonder if this was on a calling card kind of thing. But even on the back says who it's to, so that is super sweet. And then most of the kits had a couple of these, and I don't know what these are from, but if I had to guess, I would say cigarettes, but they're kind of reminiscent of Marie Antoinette, kind of that kind of time period. And I think originally, because you can tell they were kind of separated or broke off, so I wonder if the other pieces that I got used to all be together, and then maybe cigarettes doesn't make sense. But if you've ever seen these or know what this kind of thing is from, let me know in the comments. And then I think I got one of these in each of them. This is a vintage product label, and it's from a broom company. I don't know why I don't know why this is their logo and stuff, but it is it would have been wrapped around the handle of a broom. So I got that. So see, and I would be wanting in my kits to put little things like this too. It wouldn't just be book pages. I mean, there would be a lot of book pages, but it would also have some cute, not these, but it would have some cute things like that. And then there was this vinegar label and some pineapple soda label. And don't worry, I'm not going to just go upstairs and take the labels off my Campbell's soup cans and put those in there, although that would maybe be a good thing, I don't know. And then a vintage postcard. Actually, this one's an antique postcard. This was sent out in 1908. And it's kind of frustrating to me, but I guess I sort of understand. But most of these people wrote in pencil back then, although they must not have had an eraser. But I like when they still have the stamp on it. But yeah, so one of those, actually two. Here's another one. This one has some water damage, but as you know, if you're a junk journaler or a crafter, you don't really care. That adds to the character of it. But it's pretty, it's embossed. I feel like they don't make things like this anymore, which I'm sure is not true, but look at how vivid the colors still are. This one doesn't have a year on it, but I gotta assume it's close to that 1908 one. But yeah, they're so pretty. And then I think this is another ad. It's just send for our list of good reading. Oh, so you get $1 worth of reading for 10 cents. But it's such a cute card, and I mean, and really the back, you could either leave it like this or you could put your own paper on the back, because I don't know, there's nothing really special about what's already there, but you could leave it like that and still journal on the bottom of it. And then we get into where she was doing book pages. So a lot of these are whole signatures from books, but some of them are just pages. And because I bought all 5, I now have multiple signatures or pages in some cases from the same book. But this one has got really great patina on it, and I believe it's German. But it's really delicate paper, so I might have to back it with some other paper or washi tape or something to keep it okay. But there was about 3 pages from this book, and then there's a whole signature. So if you don't know what a signature is, when books are put together, they're kind of put together in sections, and a section is called a signature, which is multiple pages are in a signature. And like I'm giving you guys this lesson here, they're usually, I think the thread's still in here. So like when I'm taking books apart, I'm cutting these threads so I can pull the signatures out. But if you were to take just like one page or connected page, double-sided page out of the signature, that's called a folio. So there's your little lesson for today. But this is from a children's book, and this one's the Chronicle of the Little Tot. And the other thing to keep in mind with signatures, if you get a whole signature, you're not necessarily getting a whole story, because a story could cross multiple signatures depending on how long it is, and it also might cut off on the back. But I like this one because this one had a lot of blank pages, which is great for, I mean, a lot of blank pages. which is great for backing other things. And then you've got your vintage paper on the back. So if you were somebody who only likes to work with authentic stuff and no digitals, for example, then you're probably looking for blank pages. So I apparently got the kind of the end of this book because I've got a ton of blank pages. So this was a really good, even though this page is torn, but even that I can still use as a corner tuck spot. So there's that. And then I got the whole book for this for 100 little recipes, great picture, and see if I can see when this is from. 1928. This was from Carnation Milk Products. So whenever I'm actually thrifting, I'm looking for little things like this. So you could put this whole book in a journal, or you could take pages out. But look at these pictures. And it's a great size page if you want to have a variety of page sizes in your craft. But yeah, a lot of the pictures from these recipe books aren't very appetizing, but these aren't too bad. There's 100 recipes in here. Oh, and then this one had a second recipe book from the Calumet Baking Powder Company. Some great images. You could fussy cut this out or this and put it on something. Even the tops of these would be great cut out as belly bands or pockets. But it looks like it's just one signature for this whole book. My husband and I were trying to figure out why so many advertisements from this period of time use babies to advertise for them. And it's babies that look like this, regardless of the company. Kind of like babies can sell your alcohol, babies can sell your makeup. I mean, it's weird. But, and that's a great one that would be great to cut out. And even this cover, right, would be great. It's got a form in it, so yeah, so that's a nice little find. And then I liked seeing this in here because I also have some geometry drawing books that I would like to take apart like this. And these, what these are great for is they've got all kinds of like images. So if you have stamps, like stamps that are frames, you could come and stamp over these images and have really cool, unique stamped images. And you'll see Seven Plaza does that a lot. But anyway, this is kind of a shiny vintage paper, but it's still cool. I like it. And I have no idea what year this is from. But again, just got one signature from that book. And then there were these kind of papers. There were 3 of them in this one. And in the other ones, there were some pink. I think it was maybe just pink, bluish green, and yellow. And so these would have been in some kind of a binder system thing, whatever. But these are really cool. I like those. And then I got several pages of these. And see here, it's got another thing like this. So, okay, sorry. I had to hydrate. So anyway, as I was saying, I got several of these pages across the 5, and it has these little things, which these are the same kind of things that were on those calling cards, which almost makes me wonder if then people had to make their own calling cards if they affixed them on here. But I think that because all of them are written to this Emma, so I think she had kind of a signature book or something like that. And when her friends would fill it out, they would write her a little poem and sign their name. But I love them because, well, it's a great size page that could easily go into a pocket, and then you'd have the whole back side to write on. But I also like seeing the penmanship, and of course I love these. So that was neat. And then there is this old Sears catalog. This was the Easter edition from, let me see if I can figure out what year, 1937. And it's okay, it does have some things, like the top of this page is missing, and there are a few things, not very many, cut out, but tons of great images from that period of time. So, ooh la la. So anyway, that, love that. Oh, and this I think must be another page from that was just separate. Spring fashions. And these pages are super delicate too, so they might be good backed on something. And then there were, okay, so back in that time frame, there was a magazine called Chatterbox. My nose is getting red. And they must have been quasi young adult reading slash magazine, from what I can tell or what I've researched. And I don't think I know, I think this was from the 20s, but there's nothing on this one that says. But anyway, I got several different sections of this magazine, and so they've got really pretty, I mean, even this, you know, calligraphy and kind of stuff you cut out. Really pretty bird image. You guys know I like birds. This again is very delicate paper, but just great images, and more letters, and just, you can see it's in pretty rough shape, but nonetheless. So I got some of that. And then this, I have no idea what this is from, you guys, but how cool is that? Now, I have not run across anything in my own searching that's anything like this. If I had, I would have picked it up for sure. But this is just fantastic. I mean, it's some kind of fashion, so I don't know if it's a catalog that I'm trying to, I mean, and forgive me, but I don't know if this is Chinese or Japanese, but I don't know, it kind of makes me think Japanese when I see this, but that's just a guess. And I have no idea what the year is for this either, because it's not in English. But yeah, I thought that was fantastic. And then there was also onion skin paper in all of them. So this one, I don't know, it looks like it's got about 7 pages of onion skin paper, which is great. You can print, you can send this through your printer, you can just use it like it is. I actually did come across, when I was in a Salvation Army, a box of this onion skin paper that I snatched up. But I think this is the kind of paper that they would use in old books to protect pages that had images, or plate pages, that, like they would call them. But this is the kind of stuff that, you know, they used in a typewriter years ago. So, and then there was just a board in there to kind of keep it all flat. So yeah, so I got 5 of those, you guys, which is crazy. And there was some more of this kind of, I don't know if it was from the same magazine, but it was kind of images from something like this. So it's great. It's kind of like the Sears catalog meets the Japanese catalog kind of thing. But so yeah, so I'm thinking about making stuff like that to sell. So let me know if that's worth my time or if I should just be like, throw that away. But yeah, so all right, I think we maybe have made this long enough that it won't get caught up in someone else's review. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Please respond in this video to this video in some way, whether it's a thumb. Please subscribe. I guess if you're sticking around here and you hate this channel, then by all means look for a better channel out there. But if you like this channel at all, please consider subscribing. And it's a free way to support my channel. There are, you know, now that I've got my shop, I've got ways to support the channel financially. But I also appreciate your kind comments and a thumb if I didn't say that, good or bad. But otherwise, I've got more videos to film, so I need to wrap this up because I can't film anymore until I actually get this one loaded onto YouTube. But otherwise, I'm always saying, but otherwise. So wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. If this is Easter for you, once again, happy Easter. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Talk to you later. Bye.